back to the daily grind, and y'all know we gotta talk about this. But before we do, make sure you hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting B-word, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
The UFC middleweight champion Robert Whittaker has reached out to Yoel Romero for a UFC 225 middleweight title rematch. This is going to be I think just one of the title fights announced for UFC 225, because UFC 225 is going to be in Chicago, and it's also the return of CM Punk. I know you guys couldn't fucking wait. CM Punk's coming back, and he's fighting Mike Jackson. I don't know if his full name is Michael. Probably wants to avoid that, right? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he fucking wants to be known as the King of Pop. Alright, so all of that aside, Mike Jackson is also 0-1 in UFC, in MMA, as well as CM Punk. Both of these guys only have one professional fight. Both of these guys have one professional loss, and both of these guys lost to Mickey Gall. So this is gonna be a perfect matchmaking. Fucking neither one of these guys are like savages. No one's really expecting CM Punk to come in here and ragdoll Mike Jackson, and there's probably still gonna be people that expect CM Punk to come in here and get his ass kicked, not realizing the guy he's fighting is probably just as new as him to the sport. You know what I'm saying? People act like CM Punk is just some fucking geek off the streets. He's pretty handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. He earned his keeps in the WWE. You know what I'm saying? He came through very athletic. He trained for a while before he made his fight in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? With Duke Rufus, Tyron Woodley, and others. So CM Punk, I'm sure he's just been training for this UFC rematch versus Mike Jackson. And Mike Jackson, honestly, he's not Mickey Gall. He's not known for fucking his serious grappling skills. So we'll talk about that fight another day. That's definitely not what this video is about, but that is one reason I believe this card is going to continue to be more and more stacked. I might be wrong. I believe CM Punk's first fight was at like UFC 203. I don't think that was the most stacked card ever, but all I'm saying is Dana White himself has came out and said that, I mean, from here on out, the cards are just going to get crazier and crazier. You know, we're going to have a pretty crazy 2018 as far as the UFC is concerned, and one of those fights on UFC 225, actually two of the fights, this now makes three fights that are, two fights are official, one fight is possible for UFC 225. The fight that's not official is the championship fight between Robert Whittaker and Yoel Romero. It's not officially announced, but as you can see on Twitter, Robert Whittaker just reached out and said, "Hey Yoel, I'm ready to go in Chicago. June rematch, Chicago UFC 225, of course." And also, if you think about it, it's like the UFC's 25th year. They've been like hashtag UFC 25th, so 25. I just think they're going to probably make this into a pretty big event. Now, aside from these two fights between CM Jackson, Mike Punk, and Whittaker and Romero, there's also another Claudia Gadelha versus Carla Esparza already announced for that card. That fight's fucking huge. That's essentially a title eliminator. It's a top 5. Both of those girls are in the top 5. So, I mean, it might not be a title eliminator. The winner might not get the next title shot, but they very well could. So, UFC 225 starting to fill out pretty nice. We might have one of the title fights between Robert Whittaker and Yoel Romero. We'll see how the card continues to fill out. But just from what I'm getting the feeling, I just think we're going to get at least one more title fight. If not, you know, just a fucking solid ass card. You know what I'm saying? Like the Donald Cerrone's of the world, or a Nick Diaz, or a Nate Diaz, or somebody. There's going to be another huge fight, I think, added to this card. But that's just, it hasn't been yet. So with that being said, it's just speculation. So let the full-time family know what you think about Robert Whittaker and Yoel Romero, the rematch at UFC 225, in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.